Here is a typical type of problem that you might come across. 40% of 60 is what number? Is something. We have two choices that I would like to share with you. One is using something that you're familiar with. In any problem, you usually have three positions where you need numbers. You do something with two numbers. Either you add, subtract, multiply, or divide, and then it equals an answer. In a proportion, you would have four boxes or four places that you would need numbers. And they're in a ratio. That's why I have the fraction line here. So if we were to take our actual problem, you would have a choice of doing it one or the other way. 40% of 60 is. Of means multiplication. So we would be featuring this as we did our problem. And the is means equals. So as our problem is set up here, it fits perfectly into this pattern. The is number, this box, would be in this position. And 40% of 60, the of means times, so your 40% would drop into this box, and your 60 would be here. Then your calculation would be done in order to get your answer. If we chose this way of doing it, we would have to take our 40%. That is kind of a label. We really don't do much with the percentages with adding and subtracting, multiplying and dividing. We usually change them or rename them to either a fraction or a decimal. So I'm going to change this 40% into a decimal number. 0.40 times 60 equals some number here. We'll call it x. If we follow the idea that the equal sign is a wall, we see that both of the numbers are already together on the same side of this equation. So we simply do a calculation of multiplying 0.40 times 60. I think I moved my decimal point down a little bit, which may, you have the two zeros, and 6 times 4 is 24. Now we're going to place our decimal point 2 places over, so we're going to go 2 places over, and we have 24. So 24 is equal to x in this case. 24 would be this box. Choice 2 would be to take our 40%, again that goes in the first box, and when we have the 40%, we know that any percentages are figured on 100. It's out of 100. That's what percent is. So the denominator of this fraction is always going to be 100. We can now take the percent sign away from this number because we've renamed it as a fraction, 40 over 100. In this case, this first box is our is number, and the bottom box is our of number. I remember these because they are basically in alphabetical order. I comes before O in the alphabet. So we put the is and the of in these positions. So we have our of number. The one that would follow the of would be the 60. So 60 would go here, and this is what we would be trying to figure out. Setting up our proportion, now we have to cross multiply. So 40 times 60 equals 100 times x. 40 times 60 is 2400 equals 100x. Here's our wall. We have numbers on both sides of the wall. So the 100 has to jump over to the other side, and when we do that, we reverse it through division. You always reduce multiplication through division. But we have to be fair. Now this eliminates itself because we have 1. Anything times itself divided by itself is 1. So all we have left on this side of the equation is our x. And on this side, 2400 divided by 100 is 24. We can eliminate our 0 on the top, 0 on the bottom, a 0 on the top, a 0 on the bottom, and we get 24. If I did it the long way, it would be 2400 divided by 100. 100 doesn't go into 2. 24 is too small. 240 goes in twice. We'll subtract. 100 goes into 400 4 times. So that's our 24. 24 is the is number. Okay, I'll put it over here. 24, and we have exactly what we did in this box. Let's do a few more examples of these.